Captain Zara Okafor stood on the bridge of the Defiance, her weathered hands gripping the command console as the massive Carathian fleet materialized from hyperspace. 3,000 vessels strong, their dark hulls bristling with weapons that had conquered 17 star systems in the past decade. Against them, one lone warship, cobbled together from salvaged parts and fueled by desperation. "Captain," her tactical officer Lieutenant Hayes called out, voice barely steady. "We're detecting massive energy signatures. They're powering up their planet crackers." Below them, the colony world of Haven Prime gleamed blue and green, home to 2 million souls who had fled the Empire's tyranny, seeking refuge in this remote system. The Carathians had finally found them. Admiral Vex's voice crackled through the comm system, dripping with arrogance. "Surrender, Captain Okafor. Your pathetic rebellion ends here. We offer you one chance. Hand over the colonists for relocation, and we'll grant you a quick death." Zara's jaw tightened. She'd seen Carathian relocations before. Mass graves on dead worlds, entire populations worked to death in their industrial complexes. The Empire's expansion had left a trail of extinction across the galaxy. "Counteroffer," she replied, activating ship-wide comms so every soul on Haven Prime could hear. "Go to hell." The bridge crew exchanged glances. They knew the odds. The Defiance had been built in secret over 5 years, incorporating revolutionary technology reverse-engineered from an ancient derelict they'd discovered. But it had never been tested against a force this massive. "Initiating Project Prometheus," Zara announced, her finger hovering over a crimson switch. Dr. Singh, the ship's chief scientist, had warned her this was a one-way trip. The quantum cascade drive would work, probably, but the energy requirements would consume the ship's entire matter reserves, including the hull itself. "Ma'am," Hayes whispered, "the colonists, they're sending messages, thanking us." Through the viewports, tiny lights flickered across Haven Prime's night side. Millions of people turning on every lamp, beacon, and flare they could find. A constellation of gratitude and farewell. The Carathian fleet began its advance, energy weapons charging with ominous purple glows. Admiral Vex's flagship, the Eternal Dominion, led the formation. A kilometer-long dreadnought that had personally overseen the destruction of entire civilizations. "For Haven," Zara breathed, and through the switch, the universe screamed. Reality bent around the Defiance as it converted matter directly into space-time distortions. The ship became a living weapon, its hull transforming into pure energy that rewrote the fundamental laws of physics in an expanding sphere. Stars seemed to slow their burning, and the void itself rippled like disturbed water. The cascade struck the Carathian fleet's outer perimeter first. Massive battlecruisers simply ceased to exist, their atoms scattered across dimensions that had no names. The wave expanded, consuming destroyers and carriers in brilliant flashes of light. Admiral Vex had exactly enough time to witness his Empire's most powerful fleet vanishing before the cascade reached his flagship. The Eternal Dominion lasted 3 seconds longer than the others. From the surface of Haven Prime, the colonists watched in awe as the night sky erupted in colors that shouldn't exist. The enemy fleet was gone, leaving only empty space and a slowly dissipating energy signature where the Defiance had made its final stand. But the cascade didn't stop there. It raced across hyperspace lanes, following the quantum signatures that linked the Carathian Empire's worlds. On the capital planet of Karathis Prime, Emperor Drakmor looked up from his obsidian throne just as his entire star system began to unravel. Across 17 conquered worlds, the Empire's infrastructure collapsed as the cascade severed every connection, every communication relay, every slave world that had fed their war machine. In the span of minutes, an empire that had ruled for 2 centuries was reduced to isolated, powerless fragments. On Haven Prime, children who had never seen a sunrise without fear began to laugh. Captain Zara Okafor's sacrifice had done more than save one world. It had liberated an entire galaxy. The lone warship was gone, but its defiance echoed across the stars, carrying with it the promise that tyranny, no matter how vast, could be brought low by those brave enough to stand against it. In the darkness where the Defiance had been, quantum particles still danced, spelling out a message that would persist until the heat death of the universe. Freedom endures.